Alright, so I didn't do that short video that I usually do whenever I'm going to go see a movie because some bullshit drama was going on, so I didn't do it. But I did go and see The Flash, the new Flash movie. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I loved this movie! I fucking loved it! For once, I'm finally praising a DC movie. DC, you better take your flowers and you better love it because oh, you better take my compliment and you better love it because I loved this movie. I loved it. 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 I don't know. I think I might love this. I think I might love this more than Spider-Man No Way Home if I'm being honest. Shit. But oh my god, I love this movie. I loved Michael Keaton's Batman. I loved seeing Ben Affleck's Batman. George Clooney made a cameo, which I guess that's cool, but I really wanted Christian Bale's Batman, but that didn't happen, but that's okay. I kind of respect that though, that it didn't happen because Christopher Nolan's Batman, he said that he didn't like there's no other DC characters that exist in his trilogy. It's just Batman. So it would kind of be disrespectful if they brought in Christian Bale's Batman. As much as I really wanted him to be there, he could have at least made a CGI cameo. They could have at least threw him in there just a little bit. But they didn't. So, well, you know what? I'm okay with that. Kind of. I'm kind of okay with that. The CGI was. There were some parts where I was like, the CGI could have been a little better, but it's alright. The movie was actually really funny in a really funny way. It was actually good, actually. I actually really liked the humor. The humor is actually really funny. Um, I really liked the whole time travel concept here. People are talking about how there's flaws in there. Maybe I'll have to see it more times to see those flaws. But I didn't really see no flaws. I was having a good time. I didn't care. I actually really liked this movie. Michael Keaton's Batman, I really liked him in this movie. To be honest, I liked him more in this than I liked him in his actual movies. I don't know. That's just my opinion. What else? I don't know. Opposite Flash, he was kind of goofy. I mean, I wish they didn't make him too funny. It's like every second he's just throwing humor, just joke after joke after joke after joke. Some of them were funny. Some of them was like, okay, dude, we get it. You're funny, okay? But um, I mean, he was alright. He was pretty funny. Um, but I liked the contrast or the difference between present day Allen and past day Barry Allen because Barry Allen was really funny, but he was really irresponsible. And this nowadays Barry, he was like, dude, we need to be serious. But I really liked that. I liked the difference. It shows his like character arc and it's like his growth as a character. Honestly, I'm really sad that Ben Affleck's Batman, this is the last time we're gonna see him before the whole DCEU gets reset. It was good seeing him. Wonder Woman made a cameo. It was good seeing her again. She had two appearances this year. Shazam 2 and The Flash. Which, you know what? I love that. I love that. Give her as much cameos as you need. Superman didn't have a lot of cameos. He only had one cameo, but no face, obviously because Henry Cavill's Superman. I bet if all that shit didn't happen, I bet Henry Cavill would have been in the movie, but he wasn't. Um, Aquaman made a cameo. No Cyborg. I don't know why DC hates Cyborg so much. I really want a solo Cyborg movie. He deserves one. I bet it'd be really cool. But no Cyborg at all. Who else? I've never. Yeah, I know y'all are probably gonna come at me in the comments if you see this, but I think it was Christopher Reeve's Superman. I think that's his name. Like the guy from Superman Returns. Um, he made a cameo. The old Superman made a cameo. Um, the old Flash from the Flash TV show, he made a cameo. Who else? Nicolas Cage's Superman made a cameo. I didn't know how to feel about that. I was like, all right, this is this is kind of goofy. But I mean, he was all CGI. I don't think Nicolas Cage was actually there. I wonder what Nicolas Cage is gonna think when he sees this. He's like, oh yeah, and that one movie that never happened. um, I don't know. This movie was really fucking cool. General Zod. I really liked General Zod. Kara's Superman. She was alright. She wasn't in it long. I mean, she didn't have a lot of screen time. But I really liked the whole time travel concept in this movie. It was really cool to me. I like how it showed that everything is inevitable. Whatever happens will happen. I just like how like the small little details are the ones that really add up in the end. Like the can of tomato sauce. I think that's what it was. Or I don't know. It was just tomatoes. The fact that those small little tomatoes makes a big difference. I just really liked it. The only thing I don't get though is at the very end, Barry Allen comes in because he went back in time and he had to return the can of tomatoes because he thought if he put the can of tomatoes into his mom's basket for when she's shopping, then she wouldn't die. But it caused a whole chain of events that went wrong. So eventually he learned, he said, I can't do that. I have to return the can of tomatoes because that's just how time works. And at the end, he actually made a really good message. He was like, she's dead now to us, but in some time, she's alive, and we just have to live with that. And so he accepted that whatever's going to happen will happen. And so he puts back the can of tomatoes, he goes back, and then apparently it was his dad that went shopping that day that his wife died. That Barry Allen, or not Barry Allen, what's her name? I don't even know her name. It was Barry Allen's mom. She died. And it was when he was shopping, he came back, and then she died. So apparently they couldn't get evidence that Barry Allen's dad didn't kill. They couldn't get evidence that Barry Allen's dad didn't kill his mom because he didn't look up at the camera. That's what they said at the very beginning. The problem is you didn't look up at the camera, so there's no way to prove that that was you. That could have been anybody. But then whenever he went back in time and returned the can of tomatoes because he learned his lesson, he looked up at the camera, but then he went back to his original timeline, and apparently the proof was there that Barry Allen's dad looked up. But Barry Allen's dad and Barry Allen don't look alike. So I don't know how they got away with that. Maybe they do look alike in their eyes. I don't know. I was like, oh, they don't really look alike to me. But it's whatever. George Clooney made a cameo. I was like, damn, I would have preferred Christian Bale's Batman. That would have been really cool. There was no Christian Bale's Batman at all. But I don't know. I really fucking loved Michael Keaton's Batman in this. He was badass, actually. He was kicking ass. You know, for as old as Michael Keaton is, no offense, but as old as Michael Keaton is, I thought he was going to be like, you know, sore and rough and, you know, like, but he was kicking ass in this. I was like, yo, for a man his age and him wanting to be retired as Batman, he was kicking ass. This shit was so cool. I fucking loved this movie. Oh my god. They even played a rock song in the final battle. I was like, yo, this shit was so cool, man. But I didn't cry, but I did tear up at the very end because alternate Barry Allen himself had to sacrifice himself to get rid of the evil, the dark Flash. And, oh man, I'm definitely getting this movie when it comes out on digital. I don't care. I'm definitely getting this movie when it comes out. Because this movie was really fucking good. The humor actually really worked for me. I actually really liked the humor, except for long hair Barry Allen, because he kind of shot out a little bit too much jokes. I was like, okay, we get it. You're funny, dude. General Zod. I mean, he didn't have much to do in the movie, to be honest. I mean, it was cool seeing him again. It was kind of a throwback to Man of Steel. I didn't get to see Man of Steel in theaters, so it was kind of cool seeing this. But I just really like how the chain of events happened. I wish Ben Affleck's Batman had a little bit more to do. I read that there was gonna, like, I read before this movie came out that Ben Affleck's Batman was gonna die, and then Flash was gonna go back in time. So I'm glad Ben Affleck's Batman didn't die. So I'm glad he's alive. I don't know. I just really liked seeing Ben Affleck's Batman again. He was cool. I haven't seen a lot of DC movies in theaters. I think I saw Batman vs Superman for my birthday in 2016. So I was 13 years old. I think Batman vs Superman and The Flash is the only DC movies I've seen in theaters. But I really liked this movie. I love this movie, actually. I really don't care anymore. I was thinking about this movie and I was like, I fucking love this movie. This movie was cool. I really fucking love this movie. Definitely getting this movie when it comes out on digital or DVD or Blu-ray. Definitely getting this movie on Blu-ray. I don't care. I don't care. Now I see why DC, despite all the Ezra Miller drama, I know why. Now I know why they really wanted this movie to come out, because I really loved this movie. I really fucking loved it. I wish Grant Gustin at least had a cameo or something. Maybe just a little cameo. You know what I mean? But he wasn't in it. Neither was Christian Bale's Batman. And I'm not saying there was other people out there that were making theories that Christian Bale's Batman was going to be in it, or Grant Gustin's Flash was going to be in it. But it would have been really cool to see them. I'm not gonna lie. I would have really got up and cheered. I mean, there wasn't a lot of scenes that made me cheer. I mean, there was some scenes that I got really hyped for, but I didn't cheer. But I really loved this movie. I really loved this movie. And that's coming from me. I'm a dude that really loves Marvel. And this movie actually was really fucking good. It was better than Shazam, that's for damn sure. It was better than Shazam. Shazam 2, I mean. Shazam 2. It was better than Shazam 2. By far. It really was. I really loved this movie. I'm definitely getting this movie when it comes out on Blu-ray. That's a big thing for me, admitting that I really loved the DC movie, because it's true. It was so fucking good. It was so good. I really loved this movie. If I had to give it on... Oh, man, that's going to be a difficult question. To give it on a scale 1 to 10, when am I going to get it? Scale 1 to 10. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like long-haired Barry Allen, his humor was just a little bit too much. Just a little bit too much. CGI was... there were some CGI parts that were not so good. Other than that, I really liked the humor. The action was alright. The plot was alright. I really liked the plot. This movie was just so fucking good. This movie really made me fall in love with Michael Keaton's Batman, because he was so cool in this movie. He was so cool. And I also kind of got a little sad whenever he ended up dying. Spoiler alert, obviously. But I kind of teared up a little bit. I was like, no. Like I said, Kara, Supergirl, didn't really have a lot to do in this movie. But it was a really good throwback to Man of Steel also. So, I really liked this movie. This movie was really good. It had a PG-13 F-bomb. I know that's kind of random for me to throw out there, but it's true. They had a PG-13 F-bomb. So, it was pretty good. I really liked this movie. It was 8 out of 10 for me. It's sitting on an 8 out of 10 for me. It was really good. I really liked it. There's a lot of movies that came out this month, so I'm doing a lot of reviews. Yeah. The Flash, 8 out of 10. Really liked it. Congratulations, DC. You have my approval, finally. You have my approval. It was really good.